Hello guys, and welcome back to a new mountain biking adventure. Today's video I'm gonna replace this regular bottom bracket and crankset from my son NorthRock Costco bike, and I'm gonna replace it with Shimano Deore Hollowtech uh, crankset and bottom bracket. So starting with the tools that you're gonna need. So you're gonna need like a bottom bracket wrench that is gonna fit the Shimano BB52. So this is to install the new one. Of course you're gonna need the crankset and bottom bracket, and to uninstall, of course you're gonna need the torque wrenches, some grease, but to uninstall the older bottom bracket you will need this tool, which is a special tool. Is a crank removal tool. So I'll show you how this works, but first let's take off the screw in the crankset. Alright, so to remove the bolt in the crankset, both sides, it uses an 8mm Allen wrench. So just hold this. Okay, so you have to undo this first. Alright, same on the other side, and then using this bottom bracket, the crankset remove tool. So what you do, you can use a wrench here too, but it comes with this so basically, oh my god, you have to unscrew this, put it here. So this screws back in where the bolt came off. So what is going to happen, so once you screw this in, this is going to go in, and it's going to push the crank against this bolt, and it's going to remove the crank. Okay. So you just screw this in. There you go. So probably you can see the crank is coming off. Let me take off the chain. Yeah, so pretty straightforward if you have the tool. Not that straightforward if you don't. So let's put this aside and let's do the other side. So same procedure here. Remove the bolt first. Shouldn't be too tight. Take the crankset removal tool, first screw this part in. Okay, tighten, and then screw this till it stops, and then you can use the wrench to complete. Oh, this comes off pretty easy. Okay, so I didn't need this one. So now I'm gonna use the bottom bracket removal tool to undo this. So left side first, from the old bottom bracket. Yep. So this side, a bit tight. That's okay. So basically both sides towards the front of the bike. And bottom bracket, whole bottom bracket. And this is a power spline 68 millimeter. Although this, it's a 73. So let's clean this nicely. Alright, so let's clean the other side. Right, that's it. So now I'm gonna put some grease on the threads. Okay, other side. So what is left to do is just to install the other bottom bracket with the crankset. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put some grease here too. The other one. Alright, so everything that is left is to install this. So basically we put the right side first. So just put this, if it's a right or left. And the spacer. Yeah, so this is where we're using the bottom bracket wrench, the new Hollowtech bottom bracket wrench to tighten this. Again, 40 Newton meters. I don't have a wrench, but to do that, but I'll just do it by hand. So should be good enough. Okay, and install the other cup. Good enough. Right, so now let's put the crankset in. So let's put the right side first, in there, all the way in, And the other crank arm, just make sure the Hollowtech ones, the Shimano comes with like a little hook that goes into, there's a hole right there, so it's only one position it can go in. Alright, so attaching the left crank, there's only one position. I don't know if you guys can see, there's a small hole here, which this hook on the Shimano is gonna hook on that. So you put it, there's only way it will go in, of course opposite to the other crank. So insert. Okay, so before tightening this screw in, so you put the hook in, and this screw here is holding the, this screw is holding this hook. So before you tighten this to the right spec, which for the SLX is 12 Newton meters, first there is a preload cap. So this cap, it screws in here. So you put the cap in, you screw it, and this will preload the cranks. And you use this tool from a bottom bracket, or you can buy a tool. So you just screw this in. You don't tighten too much. This is just a preload cap. So hand tight. So you will bring this closer to the bottom bracket. You will bring that one closer to the bottom bracket. So just hand tight. So that's pretty much it, as it will go. And then you screw this each one at a time, so you will get even tight. So I set up the part tool to 12 Newton meters, which is about here. So I go one at a time. Well, first I screw until it stops, the other one the same, and now I'll go little by little until I feel same pressure on each, and I go one at a time. And 12, and that's it. Yep, very good. We'll install the pedals, and that's it. This is how you do it. It's pretty easy. It took me like 20 minutes with no experience. I'm guessing half an hour max if you have everything ready and all your tools. So that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching, and hope that this was useful for you. I think it's worth to replace the bottom bracket. So I'll see you in the next video.